So my son recently dented the passenger side fender of his 2015 Toyota Tundra, and we're going to repair that ourselves. We ordered a painted new fender from a distributor. We're going to review taking it apart and putting it on today and talk about some of the problems we ran into. If you like this, feel free to hit like, feel free to hit subscribe, feel free to hit comment if you have any other insight. We always love to hear other people's opinions. So today I'm taking off my son's front end and his light and trim piece here so that we can get rid of this ding right here where he dinged up his 2015. We've ordered a new piece painted. We're going to do it ourselves. We'll see how it looks, but I want to show you what we've done so far, and I'll probably show you this in reverse. But to start off, there were I think it was half a dozen screws in the top. If we look at top of his grill right here, he's got this billet grill because he's got an XSP-X. You can see holes right here, here. So 1, 2, 3 on each side. That allowed us to take this off, just standard Phillips head screws. And then this piece right here just had 2 clips right there with just 2 of the little plastic slide-in clips that you just take a small, or I should say a narrow flathead screwdriver and just pry them right here. This one is a little more obvious. So it goes in like this. You just get it up, rotate it, and that retaining clip pops out just like that. So again, he has the XSP-X, and it does have these front running light bars. So once we disconnected this little here, and we had already taken off his fender flares, and there are 2 clips right here that clip into this piece, but essentially this piece just pops out at that point. And once it pops out, we'll have to disconnect the light wiring right here to get it out of the way, or we could theoretically just let it hang there to keep it out of the way as well. Next, what we're going to do is come over here. You can see in this clip we have this screw right here, and then we have this 10mm bolt right here, and all the bolts here should be 10mm. This is an image zoomed out to show you where that clip actually, or where that little bracket actually goes onto the vehicle. Now, I've removed the bolt out of this bracket, which went in right here, and then I've loosened this screw. And then also what I'm going to use my pliers for is to squeeze this clip right here. Let's see, right there, that clip right there. I'm going to squeeze the fans in on that clip so that I can take this bracket off. As you can see, it's loose now. Just need to do that, and this red guy that you saw. This red plastic clip actually stays in there. You don't remove it completely. It just kind of pops forward as you twist it, unlock it. But when you go to put it back, it just pushes back in, and then will rotate into a locked position. This white piece right here is the piece we squeeze to get out, so that all stays as one piece as we lay that down there. Then next, as we uncover that, there'll be these 2 bolts right here, and these, of course, all these bolts are going to be 10mm. Now, before we get to removing these bolts right here, that bolt right there, that's the reason it's necessary to remove that first. Otherwise, your light, you can't get it out. Once you do that, you can just pull that light out of the way. Once you pull the light out of the way, it's going to reveal 2 more bolts down here to you, but those are actually not part of what you need to remove to get rid of. There is this cover piece right here that we need to lift up, and it's got some plastic attachments to it. As I lift it up, I'll show you. You can see why one of them is still in there, and you can see how that works. It's like the others. So now that I've got these in here, these others, I'm going to have to remove these guys, probably with a combination of screwdriver and then squeezing them again with the needle nose at the same time to get these little plastic clips. 1, 2, 3 more of them out of the way, and then when we reinstall them, we'll put them into this position and snap them back down into place. Now, what I found to be the easiest with these clips was just simply to squeeze them with the needle nose from underneath. So just squeeze this together where my hand is right here, just squeeze those and push up, and then they all just popped up really nicely. And then just like that, they just snap back down into place there, just like that. And this one's already down in, and so when we go to put them back, they'll just push back in. Now, after you do that, it leaves you again with these 10mm bolts on top here. There are some other hidden bolts. There's a bolt right here that we're going to need to remove. Hopefully that one's not too tough. That one's up just past where the panel meets the hood right there. There's one at the bottom here. This one right here, I sprayed it with some WD-40 before I took it off. That one was really tough and it started to strip the head of the bolt, so I sprayed it with some WD-40 and then I used a breaker bar to take that guy right there off. That worked really well. And also there's one inside here that's hidden, right here behind the door where my finger is. I took that one out as well. That one also, I used a breaker bar on it. You have to peel this little rubber liner back to get to that one right there. Now, there's one more bolt to get that I haven't shown you. It's inside here. And what I've done is I've peeled back because I know I'm getting rid of this fender. And before I get to that bolt, which is down where the tip of my finger is, down there past the pine needles there, that one more bolt, there's all these clips that go into the wheel well, and these little plastic clips, I'll show you those on the underside here in just a second, but I want to save these clips. You can replace them, but I want to save them. So what I'm doing is I'm bending the fender back because I know I'm getting rid of this piece, and then I cut it right here. You can see I just took some metal shears, cut it, and then I'm going to bend it away so I can peel these pieces out right here. Let's see here. Here is one of the clips on the other side. Here's another one. Here's one that was actually missing, but I'm going to go through and see if I can't, like I said, clip and save as many of those as I can, and I may need to get some replacement ones, but we're going to start by trying to get those out of there. So I have one of these clips still on here to show you what I did. What I did was inside, as I reached, I went a little bit at a time, avoiding getting the clip, got to where it released there, and then came from the other angle, like this, got to where it released there, and then that was enough. Once it released, that I could clip it. Trying to show you as I do this with one hand. Got that out of the way, and then was able to save these clips to go ahead and replace and put back in. I'll probably get some new ones to help, but these already fit. They fit snugly, so I was able to preserve actually all but one of them. So for $500 total with shipping, everything, we ordered this fender online, pre-painted in black to match the truck. We're going to go ahead and install that now. Now, as we started to unwrap the fender here, we could see it had been damaged during shipping. You can see that there is a crease by the light housing here, and we can also see that further along the line there's another dent there. That one I probably could have lived with on the 2015. I could pound it out a little bit, but the one by the light is a crease, and I contacted the distributor who sent this to us. They understood completely. They said that about 2% of their shipments will get damaged during shipping, and they are sending us out a new one, so when that one comes we will be installing it. So this fender ended up fitting really well. Unfortunately, you can see here is the main damage right there in the corner piece, and then right along here there was this indentation as well. I did contact the company. They were very good. They said that about 2% of their shipments do get damaged during shipping, and they offered to ship a new part to us. Some things we haven't done yet. We haven't put the fender flare back on yet. We're going to wait for that. We need to do some repair on that as well. There's a bracket that holds the fender flare on, and we'll get that set and taken care of. Also, if you look down here, I just put a couple of the fasteners, one down here, and I put one up somewhere else, just to hold this into place temporarily, holding the wheel well to the fender. It's given me an opportunity to order some new fasteners. It's also given me an opportunity to order a new rubber boot to go over this antenna that cracked there as well. So I've got those two things on order, so when the new fender comes, we'll put it all on together. So obviously not the video I was intending, but we'll do a follow-up video when we get the new part in, and we'll go ahead and show you some of the other steps in the process for repairing the fender and the flares as well. I hope you found this useful, and if you have any other information to add, please go ahead and do so in the comments section.